All right. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. This is actually the first of 20 webinar sections that we have lined up that has been engineered by iSenseHUB together with James Akpo Consultancy. And so we take your time very seriously, and we appreciate your time for being here. And because this is just going to be a 30-minute session with about 15 minutes question and answers, I'll have to rush through the content after the meeting. If anyone is interested in having the presentation document, please send us an email and I will send you the presentation myself. It is quite a detailed document that will be useful to anyone that is interested in learning more about AI and how to integrate AI into their business. For those of you who don't know me, my name is James Akpo. I am the founder and CEO of iSenseHUB. I am also the one in charge of James Akpo Consultancy. And I will tell you a bit about how I got into AI in the first place. Through my entire career of about 18 years, I have been a finance and accounting professional. I started my career as an internal auditor back in Ghana before I relocated to the United States. And coming to the United States, my first job was actually into stores management, from being an internal audit way down to store management. That helps me to really understand the nitty-gritties of working from the lowest bottom of an organization. Not to mean that if you're a stock clerk, it means you're having the lowest job. But from where I was working initially, coming down to take a stock clerk job, it was coming down so I can really understand how companies or corporations in the United States work, because I just relocated, right? To understand how they work. And so from there, I started to climb up. My next position was a staff accountant, which helps me to understand how businesses prepare financial statements here in the United States. You know, from there, I went to become a financial analyst, and I grew all the way to become a financial controller, where I headed a department of over 10 finance and account employees. I've worked as a controller for about 6 years. But one thing that keeps eating me up is the fact that I am a technologically inclined person. I love technology. I love software. And in all the companies that I've worked for, I've always been in charge of software implementations. I've always been the go-to person. But obviously, working for someone has limitations, right? I need to work within the scope of my job description, which limits my ability to really explore things myself. And so I stepped down from finance and accounting role, and I started iSenseHUB, which is a software company, AI-powered software company that is tiered or engineered specifically to help businesses and their employees to streamline their operations and work more efficiently and get time back. Those were the things that were eating me up when I was working in corporate America, and because I needed more time to spend with my families and friends. And I also realized that I was doing repetitive things, which I didn't want to do. And so having all those knowledge from working in corporate, iSenseHUB is there to help alleviate some of those challenges that we have seen in the past. So welcome to this section. And the introduction here is about to AI, right? And how to debunk myth and misunderstanding. And that is really the challenge in the industry or in our countries or even everywhere you are. That is the main challenge we have right now, where AI is a buzzword and a lot of people have different meaning to what AI is. And by the time we end these 20 sessions, you will not only understand AI, you will really understand what it will do for you as an individual or even a business. You understand what it will do for you or how you can better utilize AI in your personal life and your business life. And so without much ado, I'll proceed into the first slide of the presentation. Obviously, as I already mentioned, my name is James Akpo. Don't mind this picture here. It doesn't look pretty, but you'll take it for it. And so the agenda for this webinar this afternoon is going to be obviously introduction to artificial intelligence. We will learn a bit about AI. We will also learn about what we think as individual or what we hear others think about AI, and we will actually take a step down and look at it from a practical perspective as to what AI really is, right? We will also take the time to know what AI is really doing in our personal life and business life as we speak right now. And we'll also think about or talk about the benefits of AI adoption and how to start integrating AI in your business or personal. You say, how do you integrate AI in personal life? Yes, you can integrate AI in your personal life by including it or involving it in some of the things you do. And then I'll open the floor for you to ask me your questions, and hopefully I'll be able to provide you answers. So just before we go down into what AI is, I think most of us here are older than 2005. Do you remember in 2005 when what was the name? When cell phones with camera? Sorry, I got to accept this person. Oh, I think it's not it. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So, do you guys remember in 2005 thereabout when cell phones now have cameras that individuals can actually just take a video, a selfie of themselves? Do you remember what that did with the camera, the phone, and then YouTube also started within the same range, right? What happened? The dominance that we had in Hollywood, where content or video content are mostly created by movie moguls and the folks in Silicon Valley, Hollywood, basically. That is where we normally get this content from. But from 2005, we see that people can actually use their mobile phone and take a video, and then YouTube was a platform so that they can easily upload their content on YouTube. That makes it much easier for people to actually enjoy content that they couldn't enjoy in the past. That also reduced the domination that we had in Hollywood. Let's take a step further. Let's look at 2009 when Google GPS was there, when GPS started, and mobile phone with GPS, Google Map, and then Uber also dropped in. What happened to traditional taxi business? Well, it didn't put traditional taxi business out of business per se, but it reduced the domination that it had. One question that I want to ask here is that if you look at the example I gave in 2005, and that is when we had the cameras and the phones that people are able to create content, and then the Uber and GPS and the others that happened in 2009, who do you think was the beneficiary? You will all agree with me that the key beneficiary in this two technological revolution was the consumer, was the customer, was the people who used to take taxi ride, right? Now they didn't have to take taxi ride because now they have the option to compare fares between the traditional taxi business and then Uber. All of this was powered by technology. You know, now people have the option to either pay for a Netflix subscription to watch Hollywood movies or go on YouTube and watch somebody else's content. Now, Facebook and others came in, but from the beginning, it was just these two platforms. At the end of the day, these two big giants that was there, like the Hollywood and then the traditional taxi, they did not go out of business. They are still there as we speak right now. The world is big enough for everyone to fit in. But as human beings, what I believe in is the fact that we are made, or we're created to be innovative. So every day when we wake up, we're always thinking about what can we do better than we did yesterday. That is why we got here. So I think I gave a broad background about what technology is doing, and that leads directly into artificial intelligence. You know, artificial intelligence, you can see on the screen, is just the same kind of computer software that we had in the past, but this is just doing something that is different from what we used to see in the past, right? Now we have this computer programs that are thinking and reasoning by themselves without just everyone doing it. In the past, computers, we will have to code everything for it to work. Right now, you don't need to be a coder. You don't need to learn a line of code to be able to create an app or create a website or do anything. As long as you can speak and type English or any other languages, you're good to go. At the end of the day, again, the consumer or the user is the one that benefits from this. I am hoping that probably most of you are either business owners or are consumers, but I want us to get to a point where we look at this differently. That in all that we're doing right now, just start looking at it that the consumer, the customer, the client, the end user, that is the goal, is to have them enjoy their kinship. Because, I mean, when I was back in school, I understand that the consumer or the customer is king. So everything we need to do is to aim at how we can help the customer enjoy their kinship. And that is what this is going. I'll jump into the next slide right here. All right, so just as I was saying, we have different phases of artificial intelligence or the technology as we are right now. This is where it is going, right? Right now, where we are just at the beginning phase. And this is even doing magic to most of us. You know, right now, you can have an AI agent call a customer or perform an entire customer service job entirely by itself. Company. So if you go on iSenseHUB.com right now, and there is a phone number there. When you call that phone number, sorry, iSenseHUB.ai, when you call that phone number, you're speaking with an AI. It speaks exactly like a human being will speak. It will answer your questions just as you expect a human being to answer it. But most importantly, it doesn't have the emotions. It doesn't have that, basically that's the main word, the emotions that will trigger a human being to get angry about certain questions or how to handle certain things. It is just trained to do certain piece of task, and it's going to do it professionally as possible. So this is where we are. We are at a narrow intelligence where you give an AI a prompt, generate an image for me. I want an image of a male or a female with a certain color of outfit, and that is just a narrow AI. Or you give it a prompt to generate a content for you, it will do that. Where we are going, and arguably we are almost there. I know a lot of people are talking about AGI will be here in 2026 or 2027. I think by next year, we will have this available. We will have AI that reasons at the power of human beings. Because right now we have AI like ChatGPT 4.0 is basically thinking at a PhD level. So for you to start education and graduate all the way to a PhD level, that takes a lot of time. You're very smart and you're very intelligent. We have AI that is already thinking at this level, but we still said we're not here yet. So you can just imagine what will happen when we get to a point where AI is at the AGI level, which is a general. Sorry, let me get this back on. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. I don't know what happened. This is just okay. Probably I need to. All right. I didn't want this to be. Oh, I think I pinned this. I don't pin this. Oh, perfect. Sorry about that. Fast clicker. So AGI basically is going to be thinking or reasoning at the level of human being, where instead of just giving it a prompt to generate a specific content for you, and that is exactly what it will do. Now the AI is able to reason. It does deep reasoning where you can throw any questions at it and it will answer the questions for you. Or you can throw any challenges at it and it will handle the challenge for you, just like human beings do. But most importantly, human beings are skilled in specific tasks. As I said previously, my task or my skill set has been into finance and accounting. And if you ask most questions in finance and accounting, I will be pretty much able to answer basically everything because I've done that for so many years, you know. But then now, if you have AGI, well, now that is going to be the perfect accountant for you. It is going to be the perfect marketing professionals for you. And it's going to be the perfect science that you can think about. And that is going to be crazy. That is not all. We are thinking about artificial super intelligence. And if we do get here, I think we are not ready for this yet. But if we get here, we are talking about AI that is able to reason way beyond the capabilities of human beings. If they put all of us together, that AI is going to be able to reason past all of us in almost every field. And that is going to be, yeah, I'm looking forward to that as to what we human beings will do with it, because at the end of the day, it's a human being that uses these tools. And so what are we going to do with it as human beings? It is left to see when we get there. All right. Yeah, thanks, Kisa. Kisa says, wow, amazing. And that is true. When we get to artificial super intelligence, myself, I'm looking forward to that as to what else can we do? Because if it knows better than I know, then what possible can I tell it to do? It already knows it, right? So we are looking forward to that. Now let's focus on one of the most important, basically that's the main focus of this webinar, because as a CEO and founder of iSenseHUB, I do get a lot of questions about what people think about AI. Sometimes it's very scary. So let's look at what people think, very few of it, and then at least throughout the presentation. And as I said, this is a 20 series presentation of webinars. So we are thinking about having one webinar every other week. So this will take us way into probably 2025, June, July-ish. And so by then, we would have gone through all the myths and misunderstandings. And the more new advancements come in AI, I'll be updating the slides and I'll be getting new updates. So let's keep going. So the first one that a lot of people talk about, actually, I'm going to go back. I think I jump a slide here. The first one that I get a lot more is AI going to take away our jobs? And the answer here is not straightforward. I think this depends upon the individual and the job that we're talking about. I can confidently tell you that if your job is very repetitive, your job is to take one thing from one place and put it at another place, you are at a risk of having AI do that job, because we really do not want someone to sit at one place, picking one thing and putting it at another place, right? We want we are very creative as human beings. That is what our brain is for. We are very creative, right? So we want people to use their creativity to help their businesses or their personal lives, always engineering something and also doing something that robots cannot do. And we are capable of doing that. So AI is really, from where I stand and what we do at iSenseHUB and James Akpo Consultancy, our AIs are really not about taking away jobs. Our AI is really about enhancing the work of individuals. So, for example, if you are a finance and accounting professional, in the past, when you're having your month-end close, you have to do a lot of the analysis and the closing cycle manually. Now you have AI that can do most of those things for you. So you focus on analyzing the results and taking action items and say, okay, well, I'm spending a lot more time in inventory management and things like that. So I need to streamline that process. And there are also AI that can handle the streamlination for you as well. So that is what we see AI as doing. That doesn't mean that all jobs are going to be secure. No, I can tell you for a fact, all jobs will not be secured. Some jobs will go. But that also doesn't mean that people who are doing those jobs will lose their job. That is not what it means. You know, I began the presentation by talking about the fact that when cell phones have cameras and YouTube was there, Hollywood didn't go out of business. Hollywood was still, we're still watching movies on Netflix and all these other places. When cell phones now have GPS and Google Map and Uber came on board, the traditional taxi business didn't go out of business. We still have traditional taxis in New York right now. The yellow cabs, they're still there. But then Uber is also there. What that does is that it brings the cost of the as a consumer, right? If I want to take a traditional ride right now, I'm going to pay less than I would have paid in 2009 because the competition reduces the price, right? More supply, less demand in this case. So the supply is a lot more. We have Uber, we have, what's the name? Traditional businesses. So prices automatically got driven down, and the consumer or the customer is the beneficiary. So we will still have AI there, and people will still be able to do their jobs. But not everyone. Some people will definitely have to upgrade their skill set to attain their job, or just do something that is better than what they've been doing in the past. If you're a customer support person that always picks calls, well, now you don't have to focus on picking the calls. You can have AI pick the calls and only transfer the calls that the AI is not able to answer, the questions that the AI is unable to answer. Those calls can be transferred to you. What that means to you is that you don't have to take 100 calls in a day. You take less calls, but then your efficiency and productivity becomes better because the few calls that come to you, you are able to spend time and provide tailored solution to the client. I know the time is running pretty fast, so I'm going to run a little bit. AI can think and act autonomously. No, AI doesn't think and act autonomously. AI has been trained with data, so if it got trained with wrong data, it's going to produce wrong output for you. So AI doesn't think by himself. It also depends upon the prompt you're giving it. If you give it a prompt that is specific, that really explains what you're trying to do, the AI will do exactly that for you. Okay, so next one, AI is infallible, objective. No, AI does make mistakes. As I explained earlier, AI has been trained with data. So if we train the AI with wrong data, guess what? The output is going to be wrong. So I always encourage my clients that when AI produces an output, take your time to just go through it, review it, make sure that the tone of communication is exactly what you expect it to be, that figures and the things it's talking about is accurate. It doesn't mean that AI will do everything for you and you wouldn't do anything. We still expect people to review that human intervention. We expect that to still be there. AI is only for the large companies with substantial resources. Well, that is not true. Well, right now, the only reason why it is only the big companies like Google, Apple, Facebook, Meta, and all these giant companies, Tesla, they are the ones that are using AI right now. And because guess what? The small businesses, the medium-sized businesses, businesses, right? They are trying. They are a little bit skeptical right now. When the big companies, because of the resource they have, they are jumping on it, they are riding with it, they are going with it. If you have iPhone 16 right now, an integral part of iPhone 16 is based on AI. But we still have companies and businesses that are small, sole proprietors that are still, okay, will AI be good for my business? Well, if Apple is using it, why do you think it won't be good for a business? If Meta or Facebook, Instagram are using AI, why do you think AI wouldn't be good for your business? It is just a mindset change because where this thing is going, we're not going back. Unlike crypto that didn't get to where it would have gotten to, AI is being managed by the largest corporations in America, in the United States. And when we have these companies leading the way, the future is bright. Right now, the President Donald Trump has Elon Musk involved in his administration. Elon Musk has XAI. So at least for the next 4 years, AI is going to be moving at a faster pace than we thought. That is why I was saying that even though people say an AGI will be by 2027 thereabout, I think by next year we will have AI that is reasoning at a level, if not higher than a human being. We will get there by next year. The reality of AI in everyday life, as I said, we've already mentioned it. Uber is using AI right now. How Uber is able to just link consumers with open ride. How you will go on Amazon to buy a product, and by the time you get there, okay, you just put in a few words, and the product that you want are right in front of you. You are on Facebook or you're on Instagram or all these social media platforms, and this specific specific videos are coming in front of you because you watched them yesterday. What do you think is bringing it to you? It's AI. It is technology. So technology is here. It's everywhere. Right now, if you're looking for a flight, it is already there, right? If you want to look for a flight, you go on Google right now and you type, I want to travel from here to California. And then you have all these recommendations coming over. AI is there. It's already in every life. As I was talking, your phone right now, if you use your phone, okay, you're already using AI. Recently, I was speaking with a friend. We were talking about something. And by the time we finished, I saw a notification on my phone that is a link to a similar business that we're talking about. And I was like, damn, how did this get here? Well, the phone, and you don't even have a choice unless you don't want to use iPhone, Android, or any other device. You don't have a choice, right? So if you're comfortable using it on your device, why are you not comfortable using it in your business? When the big companies are using it to their advantage, why are you on the side? Why are you on the fence? What are you waiting for? You know, you can start from a lower level and work your way out to where the bigger companies are. But the big companies are using it and they'll continue to use it. Adoption of AI. That is what we are talking about right now. iSenseHUB and James Akpo, we are actually on a campaign. That is how come these webinars and these webinars are free. Most other companies who have these presentations and you have to pay a fee to get into it, but we are offering all these webinars for free. We are helping grow or like get to a better adoption of AI because we see what we are using it for in our business. We see how good it is and want to encourage others at least to give it a try, right? So AI obviously comes with increased efficiency. As I'm saying, if in the past, if you're a financial accountant or if you're a marketer, and it will take you 1 week to come up with a marketing strategy. Now you don't need 1 week to come up with a marketing strategy. You can do that in 10 minutes. And so what that means, if it's going to take you 1 week to come up with a marketing strategy and take you another week to streamline or start implementation with AI, well, within 10 minutes, you have your marketing strategy. Within the next 30 minutes, we can actually start implementing your strategy. That is the efficiency we are talking about. If you are not using AI, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage because a lot of other companies are using it. iSenseHUB, we have a lot of clients that are using it. So if you are not using it, sorry, I know we are running past the time. So whilst I'm going to open the floor for you to start asking questions. Any slide I am. If you have any question, please ask the question and I'll stop and then answer it. As I said, I'll also send you the presentation. If you're interested, just send an email to info@isensehub.ai and I'll send you the presentation so you can continue with that. The floor is open. You can answer your questions. Enhanced decision making, and that is all I also said earlier. You can use AI, especially in the finance and the banking industries. AI is helping people get to the root cause of issues and come out with remediation strategies much quicker than having a board meeting or calling a lot of people. It takes a week or two to even get to understand the issues. Now we don't need to do that. We can move faster. And better customer experience. Yes, this is the greatest of AI in all, actually. This is the greatest. Nobody realized it has been more than 30 minutes since. Yeah, Kisa, thank you. Yes, yeah, but I'm trying to, yeah, exactly. So we aim to be giving a lot of insightful and thought-provoking content. And so I'm thankful that you guys appreciate the presentation. And this is just the first one, so you can imagine how the second, third, and the fourth is going to be. Better customer experience. As I said, the customer is going to be the biggest beneficiary of AI because every company is implementing AI so they can better serve their customer base. So if you are a customer, a client, right, you should be very happy and excited about this. You know, as a person right now, if I want a client or if I want to deal with a business, somebody's coming in. I think you are late because we're about to end the meeting, but it's good to join. Please make sure you register for the next session, which is coming in 2 weeks' time. Every 2 weeks, we have one section. So if you missed this one or you came in late for this one, don't worry. I can send the presentation slides to you, send an email to info@isensehub.ai, and I'll share the presentations with you. As I was saying, as a person, right, if I'm dealing with a business, let's say I want to find a doctor or I want to find a dentist, if your working hours is still within 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and I call you at 6 or 7 p.m. and you can't answer the phone call, no, I'm not dealing with you. Because as a customer, I don't have to be working on your time as a business. I am the customer. I am supposed to be the king. The business is supposed to be working on my timeline. That is why we have AI agents there. So you can literally have human agents run your business to 8 to 5, from 8 to 5. But after 5 and 24 hours, you can confidently use AI to run your business thereafter. If you're on this call and you don't know how to do that, iSenseHUB and JamesAkpo.com can help you do that, because we have streamlined operations for so many other businesses that used to work 8 hours a day. Now they're able to work 24 hours, and then they still have more time to themselves, right? We will have AI handle a lot of the repetitive tasks for you, so yourself and your team can focus on strategic initiatives, tackle the bottlenecks that you have in. And that is what we're thinking about, okay? Innovation catalysts. That is true. If you want to develop a product right now, you don't need 3 months to come up with product development ideas, right? Right now, AI can help speed up the process of idea generation, so AI helps with that. I'm going to run quick to the next slide, which is how to get started. Obviously, I said that, so that is good. I've said most of those things in the beginning. The first 2 sections, these are key section, needs assessment, right? Needs assessment. That is like in your business or in your life. This is not only about businesses. In your personal life, where can I use AI to better, to become more efficient in my personal life? That is something that you need to think about as a person. As a business, look at your entire business. Where can I use AI to streamline my operations and get time back to my team so they can focus on the most important things? Those are the things you're supposed to be thinking about. If you don't know how to do this, this is what JamesAkpo.com is for. If you type JamesAkpo.com, that is what it does. We help people actually come out with how to streamline. I'll put that here quickly so you can see that. And the website is JamesAkpo.com. And when you're there, what we really focus on here is how to identify needs of businesses. At this moment, we are working with business. So if you have a business and you don't know where to start at all, well, contact JamesAkpo.com. You can fill the forms here. There are a lot of things here. That is myself and my team will get on board. We'll schedule meetings with your business and actually better understand. William, thanks for joining, but unfortunately you missed the first session. We're about to end the call, but don't worry, 2 weeks time, there's going to be another session that you can join. You can schedule an appointment here. We will get to understand your business better and see where you have the repetitive tasks, where you have a lot of things that can be streamlined by AI so that you can have the time to focus on building and growing your business, because that is what you should be doing as a business owner. And so that is basically it, right? Need assessment, choosing the right tool. JamesAkpo.com can help you with this tool if you can do it yourself. The next tool, which is pilot program, I advise that you should just pick a smaller section of your business and implement the AI. Try it out and see the efficiencies or the solution, or sorry, the results that you're seeing. If the results are good for you, then you can scale it to your business. This is how iSenseHUB, this is how we operate, okay? This is how, so this is our strategy, basically. So I'm sharing our strategies with you. Pilot program, train your team. Obviously, without training, you're going to fail. If your business that has a team and you're thinking of implementing AI, you definitely need to train your team and get them to understand and build that culture and let them understand that this is not really about people losing their job. This is about giving people the tools that they need to do their job better. Just like if you hire an employee and you give them a computer, the computer is supposed to help them do their job better. And that is what AI is there to do, monitor and scale. So for these three, pilot program, training, and monitoring and scaling, iSenseHUB is your go-to place, right? iSenseHUB here right now, that is what they do. They can help you transform your business with the implementation aspect. So with James Akpo and iSenseHUB, you are totally taken care of, because James Akpo is going to come into your business and identify the areas and the sessions that you can streamline. And it will also help you identify the tools that you can use. And some of those tools, most of them basically are provided by iSenseHUB. So you can have iSenseHUB do the implementation for you, or you can decide to try elsewhere. I mean, no issues, but we can do that job for you easily. Conclusion. Yes, we made it. Well, as we said earlier, AI is not a threat, but it's an opportunity to enhance human potential, because that is what we are encouraging. We are building tools that are helping persons and businesses be more efficient and more effective. That is all we do at iSenseHUB and JamesAkpo.com. We are not building robots. We are only building AI tools that can work for you today without you knowing anything about AI. We take that responsibility. We make sure that your privacy and security, everything is taken care of. We're an entire company, so we can handle that. The myths surrounding AI, I think it is more about mindset. There is definitely some threats out there, but as we're speaking right now, we are not there. We don't have the threats there at the moment, right? I believe the threats will come when we get to artificial super intelligence, where AI is thinking way more past the capabilities of human being. Then at that point, I don't know how we are going to control it, but that is way in the future. But at the moment, every person will be able to use AI and build their business. Okay, and then the practical benefits of AI integration can lead to a better work environment and increased productivity. Yes, and throughout the entire presentation, we have mentioned that AI is there to help people become more efficient, more productive, something that takes you 1 week to achieve. I don't expect you to take more than 30 minutes, or let me be generous, I don't expect you to take more than 1 hour to achieve that in today with AI. Name it. Anything you can name right now that takes you 1 week to do, especially when it comes to administrative and repetitive tasks, you should be able to do that within an hour right now with AI, okay? I think my slide, okay, homework. Yeah, I have a homework here for everyone. Explore AI tools and resources to start your journey towards AI adoption. Basically, if it's your personal life, right? Look at your personal life and think about, where can I use AI to better enhance my productivity? Or if you're a student, okay, how can I use AI to become smarter? I'm not talking about cheating. If you cheat, you're cheating yourself, because if you don't know it, you don't know it, right? I'd rather use it to learn, acquire knowledge, and become more smarter. So think about, where can I use AI if you're an individual, an employee? How can I use AI to better manage my time? How can I use AI to manage my finances? All these are options. If you're a business and you're working 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 p.m. right now, think about, how can I use AI to work 24 hours? Because it's entirely possible right now without you lifting a finger, without you knowing anything about technology. iSenseHUB and JamesAkpo.com, we can take your 9-hour business, we can take it and make it work 24 hours for you without you doing anything. And we are talking about not losing quality. The quality of the output will not be lesser, it will even be more enhanced, because AI is getting to a point where it's more smarter than you and I. That's a fact. You know, it's a fact. It can do better than I can do, and probably can do better than it can do. We can argue this out, but if you try it out, you see that it is true, okay? And so that is where we are right now. That is the end of my presentation. Do we have any question? And don't forget, if you need a presentation, send an email and I'll send that to you. Oh, sorry, I can actually, okay, so how can small businesses start integrating AI? I would say is, if you don't know where to start, well, I can help you. Okay, I'm going to be selfish on this one. jamesakpo.com can help you with that. So just quickly go onto your computer, type James Akpo, that is my first name and last name.com, and we can help you streamline your workflows. And as I was saying, it could be that you don't know how to, let's say you're spending a lot more time handling emails. Okay, as a small business, right? You are responding, you don't have a customer, sorry, you don't have a secretary. So you are responding to your emails, you are doing finance and accounting, you are doing sales, and you're doing marketing. Okay, we can have AI take care of your emails. We can set up AI to really go through your emails, business emails, and you can give it keywords and say, okay, if you have a client that is asking for a specific question, I want you to direct these questions to this person. Let's say I have a marketing team. So marketing questions, AI, I want you to automatically direct marketing questions to the marketing department. I want you to automatically answer these questions this way. And for these finance and accounting questions, I want you to refer them to me. AI can do that. If you don't have a customer support phone number, let's say your business, you don't have a phone number that people can call. Well, AI can make that for you. You can set up an AI agent that does all the calling and responding to all the questions. So AI can do that. Your team look very professional. Your website, top notch. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We are living what we are preaching. And as I said, if you look at iSenseHUB, this phone number you have here, if you call this phone number, I tell you right now, you're going to be speaking with an AI that speaks better than I speak, that answers questions better than I can answer. And yes, we preach what, we use what we preach, basically what it is, right? Thank you very much, guys. I know we're going past our time, but get in touch with me and my team. If you have any questions, go onto our website, and I'm looking forward to receiving your questions and clarifications. And if you need help with your business, thank you very much. We'll be here to help you. Thank you. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks' time where we move a step further. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Have a good night.